Hey everyone, this is your stimulus check update, second stimulus check update, and stimulus package update for Wednesday, September 9th. This video is mainly for those of you on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or VA benefits, and for those of you that just want a stimulus check update on all the latest that's going on with the negotiations for the next stimulus package and the second stimulus check. The Senate is now back in session, and there was a new proposal released yesterday, and we're going to go over the details of that proposal in this video. The House of Representatives is not back in session yet, and they won't get back in session until next week on September 14th. The overall stimulus negotiations have not restarted with Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mark Meadows, and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin yet. As I finish up this video, I'm going to be talking also about the first stimulus check briefly to those of you that still haven't received it. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Justin and I do stimulus check updates and give financial advice. So if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe right now and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And if you find this content helpful, I would appreciate it if you like this video so that YouTube will share it with others like you. All right, with the Senate back in session, Mitch McConnell released the so-called skinny bill yesterday, and we're going to go over the details of that bill right now. McConnell doesn't like calling this bill the skinny bill. He prefers calling it the targeted stimulus bill. Regarding that bill, McConnell said, "It does not contain every idea our party likes. I am confident Democrats will feel the same. Yet Republicans believe the many serious differences between our two parties should not stand in the way of agreeing where we can agree and making law that helps our nation." And I would agree with that. I really wish they would just agree on certain things and pass a bill with just those things in it. However, this is what this bill contains. First off, $300 per week unemployment benefits, which would go until the end of the year. And that is a replacement for the $600 unemployment benefit that expired at the end of July. This bill would also include $257 billion for small businesses to renew the Paycheck Protection Program so that small businesses can get loans to keep employees on staff so that they don't have to lay off or fire employees because they don't have any revenue because of lockdowns. This bill would include $105 billion for schools, $16 billion for expanding coronavirus testing. For those of you on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or VA benefits, this bill does not help you very much, unfortunately. Noticeably absent from this bill is a $1,200 stimulus check. And I think that's one of the biggest things that everyone is wondering about. What's up with this next stimulus check? Well, this skinny bill, or targeted bill as McConnell calls it, does not include a $1,200 stimulus check. This bill, which would have an overall cost of about $500 billion, has already verbally been denied or rejected by Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, and they issued a joint statement where they called the bill a non-starter. As I've been saying all along, this skinny bill or targeted bill does not really have any chance of passing and becoming law. However, the Senate may vote on it later this week, and it may even be approved by the Senate. However, I don't think there is any chance whatsoever that the House of Representatives will approve this bill. And I don't think President Trump would sign this bill anyway. So let me know in the comment section below. Do you think the Senate is actually going to pass this targeted bill? So unfortunately, that's where we're at with the next stimulus package and the current stimulus negotiations. Mitch McConnell did say that they may vote on this bill as soon as Thursday, which is tomorrow. So I will keep you up to date if they actually do vote and pass this bill. However, like I said, this bill really doesn't have any chance of being finalized into law by being passed in first the Senate, then the House, and then signed by President Trump. I will also let you know if the stimulus negotiations resume with kind of the big four, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mark Meadows, and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Those are the four that were always doing the negotiations before the Senate and the House left on recess back in August. I'm so sorry that so many of you are struggling right now. I really wish I could tell you better news and tell you that the stimulus checks are coming right away. But unfortunately, the stimulus checks right now, the second stimulus checks, are very much up in the air right now. These political games that they're playing in Washington by our so-called leaders really need to stop, and they need to just come to an agreement already. Get stimulus checks out to the American people. There are so many people that are struggling. I know the unemployment numbers have gotten a little better, but there's still a lot of people that are out of work and other people that are on government benefits like SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and VA benefits that really need these stimulus checks. These checks are not for, frivolous spending. They're not for fun. They're basically just to live on and get food and pay for their rent so that they're not kicked out. Congress, you really need to just get this deal done. President Trump, as I reported last week, has asked that $300 billion of leftover funds from the CARES Act be allocated for second stimulus checks. Unfortunately, he cannot allocate those funds. He was hoping to do so, and he said, well, I'm not able to do so. Congress has to do it. That's just the way the laws work in this country. Congress is the one that is allowed to spend money. The president does not have the power to just write checks and send money to everyone in America. Now, while negotiations on the next stimulus check have stalled, I am hopeful that at some point they can reach a deal on a second stimulus check. It is a lot more worrisome for me right now than it was a few weeks ago, and I am worried that they can come to an agreement at all. The two sides seem like they're very far apart. I think a lot of them realize that there are a lot of people hurting in this country and that a lot of people would benefit from these $1,200 stimulus checks. But they just can't get over the fact that they disagree on a lot of different things. They really need to just pass a stimulus check, send them out to individuals, and then worry about everything else later on. For those of you that are wondering about your first stimulus check, I did actually receive a comment from somebody yesterday that said they just got a payment date. That's great news to hear because that means that stimulus checks for the first stimulus check are still going out to people and that they haven't stopped completely. I haven't heard from people recently a lot about getting first stimulus checks. Mostly people that are talking about the first stimulus checks are just saying they haven't received it yet. So that's good news. Continue to check the Get My Payment tool to see if you do actually receive a stimulus check date for the first stimulus check. And continue calling the IRS if you don't have an answer as to why you don't have a check yet. The IRS Stimulus Hotline is 1-800-919-9835. Be persistent. Keep calling the IRS until you can get an answer, until they can tell you exactly why you haven't received your stimulus check, or if you need to give them more information to send your stimulus check. I'm so sorry that this is taking forever. I really wish I could do more to help you guys out. I appreciate you watching my videos and trying to stay up to date on all the latest stimulus check news. I wish I had better news for you today. I do hope you have a great day today, and I will talk to you again soon.